Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at Battle Class Ratchet with Blizzard Breaker Spark Armor from Transformers Cyberverse Power of the Spark. I had no idea that Wave 2 was out already. I just found this at a local Target yesterday, so I'm totally psyched to be getting some more Spark Armors here. I think the line's been really fun so far. You can see it comes with a cool little snowmobile, which I think is kind of fun. Not too much going on at the bottom there. Nice artwork here on the top. Spin it around, you can see obviously Ratchet has an ambulance alt mode, and then he has the connection with the Blizzard Breaker Spark Armor, which looks pretty cool. You can also see this wave, they've kind of repacked Prowl and Starscream, but then you also get Shockwave in this wave, so Jetfire and Skybite are exclusive to Wave 1, but these two were repacked, so if you missed out on these two, you should have very easy time finding Prowl and Starscream. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get Ratchet out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here's Ratchet out of the packaging here with the Blizzard Breaker Spark Armor. Which is a cool little snowmobile. Has kind of a little windshield painted here. Otherwise, it's pretty much just molded in either red or black. Not really any other paint applications going on. But it's a cool little vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and put it off to the side for now, so we can take a closer look at Ratchet. For the most part, I think he looks really good. Of course, he could use a little bit more color. I wish there was a little bit of color in the face, like maybe paint the face silver or something. As it stands right now, it's just kind of white on white. The blue eyes and the red crest look nice. The windshield for the chest with the Autobot symbol, I think, looks really good. I would have loved it if these pulse lines were painted red or something, but at least they're molded in there, so that looks pretty cool. You can see the light bar on the top. My biggest complaint is these giant legs. I really wish they had like a hinge here so that these could kind of fold down and you could have them kind of collapse into the leg just so they weren't so bulky. It's not a huge problem, and he's definitely not going to fall over anytime soon. But that's really my only complaint. You have the two doors on his back, which I think actually looks pretty cool. Articulation-wise, head does not move at all, but you have a ball joint in the shoulder. You also have some up and down movement here, like where the shoulder joint actually connects to the body. He's got a double jointed elbow, and that's for the transformation. But because of that, he does not have a bicep swivel, which is kind of a bummer. No articulation in the hands either. No swivel in the waist, but he does have a ball joint for the hip, so you can kick all the way out, kick back, out to the side for the most part. And then you have a 90-degree bend in the knee. So he's lacking a little bit of articulation, but I think he looks really good. Like I said, the only thing I would change is I wish that these could fold in, because that's just a really wide back leg there. It's really ridiculous. But they did paint all the windows here, so I appreciate that at least. Let's go ahead and get into the combination with the Spark Armor. So you're going to take the Blizzard Breaker and just kind of disassemble it. The ski pieces will come off the sides. They just peg in very simply like that. The treads underneath will just unpeg. And you can see they're pegged into the parts that will go into the shoulders. So you just lift that up. Bring this down, peg them into the shoulders. You zoom out here a smidge. Then you're going to drop this down. You're going to lift back the top part of the snowmobile and just rotate that back. And then you can see that there's a little tab here on his chest, and this tab right here is just going to rotate down and peg into that. And then he's got this almost like a diver helmet. It reminds me of something like out of G.I. Joe. And it's funny because the packaging shows that off as white, but it's definitely black. So I don't know why it's white on the packaging. Now you have all these extra pieces left over, so you're going to take the treads and you're going to peg them onto the shoulders here. Which is pretty simple. And then you're going to take the actual ski pieces and peg them into the sides of the arm. And that gives them kind of like Wolverine claws. I actually like the look of this a lot. I think the red and black and white go really well together. And I kind of like the ski claws. Now, if you wanted, you can see that there are pegs here There's even pegs on the side of the armor here, and then there's pegs on the back. So if for some reason you wanted to take these off the arms and kind of store them up here, you could do so. And that kind of looks neat. Or if you really wanted, you could peg them in back here, if you like the look of that with kind of the high shoulder. So it gives you some play options, which I think is neat. He keeps falling over, but I promise it's not because of his inability to stand. It's just because I'm moving the legs all over the place. He can stand quite well with those giant legs. But yeah, I really like the look of this. I think it's really cool armor. I wish this could maybe swing down and rest on the back, but not a big deal. But yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty cool Spark armor. Ratchet's transformation into the ambulance mode is actually really cool in my opinion. You can start by pegging the legs together. You can see that there's a long tab here, and there is a tab slot right there. I will say though, it looks like I'm already getting some stress marks, and I don't know why that is, but I've noticed that on some of the things for Cyberverse with these Power of the Spark toys. Just normal connections will sometimes give you stress marks, which is a bummer. You're going to fold up the arms on that double elbow, and there's a tab right there that's going to fit into this tab spot right here, so flip that up like that. There we go. You're going to flip this little piece behind the head up, and then flip the doors out. Then you're going to rotate the whole chest piece up, and at this point you can drop the shoulders down and they will become the front of the ambulance, just like that. And then you're going to just kind of rotate this down and this will slide up and everything will click into place. And there you have the little ambulance mode. I really like this a lot. It's a really cool little ambulance, and I love the way it transforms. It's nice and boxy, which I don't know why, it just really resonates with me for some reason. And like I said, they painted all the windows, so I really appreciate that. Rolls pretty nice. You can see he does still have some peg spots around. So if you wanted to try to take apart the armor and peg these on for some reason, you could certainly do that. I don't know why you'd want to, but hey, you certainly can. Technically, you could. I think you could peg this on here still if you wanted to. So if you wanted to give him a weird snowmobile hat in vehicle mode, you certainly could. But I think it's really fun. I really like this vehicle mode, and I love the way it transforms. Let me get this all pegged back in here. Very simple to do. There we go. So yeah, I really, really like the vehicle mode. I think they did a great job with that. So I definitely think Ratchet is worth picking up. I love the little robot mode. I love his vehicle mode. The snowmobile spark armor is pretty cool. Love the color scheme. The color scheme when the spark armor is combined with Ratchet I think looks great as well. Again, the only thing that I would change, I would make it so that these kind of hollow leg pieces could fold in. I think that would really just kind of form up the legs and make them look more solid and not so ridiculously long. Of course, it could always use a little bit more paint, but I really think the paint applications that it has are excellent. So the paint applications don't really bother me all that much. But I mean, hey, everything could always use more paint. That's just the way it is with toys. But for what you get, I think it's a great little toy, and I definitely recommend it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.